Well, Toronto's newest entertainment venue is almost set to open in time for the very busy music tour season.
We're talking about the Bowl at Sobeys Stadium, and our Gian Lee is live there this morning for a sneak peek. G, when I think of Sobeys, I think of tennis, but we're talking concerts.
Yep, we're talking tennis at Sobeys Stadium. I see a ball. I've always wanted to do that. I've never stepped foot on center court here at Sobeys Stadium. That was so much fun. But you're right, Nick. You do think of tennis when you come to Sobeys Stadium, but that's going to change this summer because they are launching a concert series. Joining me now is Adelaide, spokesperson for the summer concert series taking place here at Sobeys Stadium. All right, thank you. That was so much fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I never thought that just running after a ball would be so much fun. I am so excited that you guys are bringing a concert series right here at York University. Tell me a little bit more about the lineup.
Yeah, we're very excited for the lineup. So we have our first 3 shows that are scheduled for the first part of the summer. So starting off with Homegrown, the Barenaked Ladies on June 27th. And then June 29th, we're taking it to a bit of a 90s feel with Shaggy and 112. And then July 6th, we have the Big Shiny Saturday, which is I Mother Earth, the Tea Party Band, as well as the Headstones and Biff Naked.
These are mega stars. This is an incredible lineup, and that's just the first 3 concerts for this series.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have to point out that it is raining. This is an outdoor venue, so we have to keep that in mind.
Yes.
What should people know if they're going to come to one of these concerts?
Yeah, we will. So as you can see, it is an open air space, so these shows will happen rain or shine. So ponchos, R&B in the rain, so it will be a great show, and it's a very immersive feel with the open air. Essentially, wherever you're sitting, you're going to feel very close to the stage.
Yeah, for sure. So the stage is going to be over here.
Yep.
And then are there going to be chairs here on the main court?
So the stage will come probably about, I would say like an eighth about an eighth of the court size. And then what we lose in seat space behind the stage will gain on the ground. So we'll either have seats or open ground seating.
Wow, that is going to be interactive and very intimate, which I really love.
Yeah, and I think we just, we've gained a lot with the space that will be on the ground. It'll feel very immersive. Like I said, everywhere will feel very close to the stage.
Some people may not know, back in the day, there were concerts here before.
Yeah, back in 2011. So we're just reviving the space, giving us, we're just giving something to Toronto that we've been missing. We haven't had an outdoor concert venue, at least a newer one, and this is a little bit outside of the downtown core. We reach all the highways, so the 401, the 407, and the 400.
Yeah, so great, because you know why? It's a great middle point for the GTA, right?
Exactly.
And what a great way to use the space right here at York University.
Traditionally, it's just used for York Convocation and the National Bank Open. So during the off season, we'll be bringing the Bowl, the concert series here.
I have to ask you, what's your favorite Barenaked Ladies song?
I want to say 1 Week is probably my favorite.
That's mine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's definitely, the chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Yeah. As soon as I hear the 1 week, when you
exactly.
I start bouncing. But that's what's so great. I'm a concert lover. I love going to concerts, but there's something special about an outdoor concert in the summer.
Definitely. Yeah. The open air feel, the summer breeze. Yes. It's definitely going to be a total vibe.
It's going to be a total vibe. If people want information, where can they go in terms of the concert series?
Yeah, they can follow the Bowl at Live at the Bowl on Instagram, and then liveatthebowl.com.
Okay, and guess what? For all our viewers at home, we have an incredible giveaway. We are giving away 5 pairs of tickets to the Barenaked Ladies concert on June 27th. It's not just the Barenaked Ladies. We're talking the Sam Roberts Band, as well as the KT, as well as KT Tunstall. So here's how you can win 1 pair. We're giving away 5 pairs. Here you go. You just go to cp24.com/contest or scan the QR code. Your code word this hour, we're going to do Barenaked Lady songs, is Big Bang. Got it? Big Bang. So stay tuned. to find out how you can increase your chances of winning one of 5 pairs to see Barenaked Ladies on June 27th. And guess what? They're going to be joining, some of the band members are going to be joining me later this morning, so you want to stay tuned all morning right here on CP24. Thank you, Adelaide.
This is an incredible experience, Cordy and Nick. And yes, we are in the Signature Lounge here at SoBe Stadium. We are talking about a brand new concert series this summer here live at the Bowl at SoBe Stadium. We are also giving away 5 tickets to see Barenaked Ladies. They will be headlining the very first concert here. Stay tuned. I'll tell you at the end of this segment how you can win those tickets. In the meantime, we're going to talk about food, my favorite thing. And I'm joined by Chef Ash with Marigolds and Onions.
Hi.
Good morning.
How are you? Good morning.
I'm good. Thank you so much for breakfast.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming and eating.
I'll eat anytime. Now let's talk about all the offerings here at SoBe Stadium. This is for the Signature Suites and Signature
Correct.
Lounge.
Yes, so exactly what we're trying to do here is we're trying to elevate the experience for a concert goer. Since this is a latest venue that's been launched now in Toronto, it's going to be so exciting. What you see in front of you is this opulent display of what some of the examples that we are going to feature within our suites. Everything from our fruit platters to hors d'oeuvre platters, even things like cold protein platters, because in the summer, you want everything to be fresh. You don't always want to be bogged down with heavy foods.
Right.
So we've come up with these new concepts of protein platters. For example, you see here this amazing citrus basil pesto glazed Cornish game hen. You know,
And you can eat it cold.
you can eat it cold.
Wow.
That's the best part about it.
Okay.
Opulent seafood platters.
Love
Who
it.
doesn't love lobster, smoked
Right.
salmon, capers? Coming up are rudimentary and yet amazing artisanal cheese and charcuterie platters.
Yes.
Coming back here, we're looking at, again, satay display platters. Let's get into a little bit of Thai food. Let's do some Malay beef skewers. Let's do some Java chicken skewers.
Yeah.
And then what we really want to look is at this. So in our suites, we can even have uniformed chefs that come to you and plate your own food. So it's
wow.
like a restaurant experience during the concert.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here, let me just give you an
Yes.
example. So Marigolds and Onions, we're known for our short ribs around the city. So these short ribs are braised for over 6 hours in Barolo red wine, which is classic. They're so tender, they're so amazing. I've paired it today with a leek mashed potato. So Jay, I'm gonna plate some for you because
Yes.
I really am excited for you to taste this.
I'm excited.
So,
and I love the fact that this isn't your typical food that you get at a concert.
No.
Forget about the chicken wings and
Yes.
burgers. We're taking this to the next level.
exactly, and we're gonna do that. So with this mash right here, I'm just gonna put in some, again, if you look at these asparagus, our jumbo asparagus
Yes.
with citrus marinades on them, and a little bit of honey glazed carrots right on top.
Oh, wow. And I love the fact that you're adding a lot of vegetables. I love my
Oh,
veggies,
my
and you
God,
can
yes.
never get vegetables
Oh, my goodness
at any
gracious me.
stadium. So this is fantastic.
So you lay that straight back down
Yes.
right on top over there. We're gonna finish off now with the braising liquid that we then made into a glass to make into a Barolo sauce straight on top. But the kicker for this dish
Yes.
here is our North African chermoula. It's kind of like a pesto, but it's filled with all these North African spices, cumin, coriander, cardamom, and clove. Let's dollop it right on.
I don't think I've ever tried that.
This is a flavor bomb in your mouth. It's just going to completely change the way you've eaten a short rib. Let's
I
put
like that
straight
term.
on.
It's a flavor bomb.
It
That's
is a
what we
flavor
want.
bomb.
And what I love is also with the signature suites here, you could actually buy an individual ticket or come as a group.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what a great way to enjoy a nice dinner here in the city, and then of course watch the outdoor
That is so
concert.
very true. Now, G, please eat.
I will dig in a moment. We have 5 pairs of tickets to see the Barenaked Ladies, the Sam Roberts Band, and Katie Tunstall. It's all in one concert for June 27th. And all you have to do is email us at contest@cp24.com. Your code word this half hour is lovers. Do you have a favorite Barenaked Ladies song?
God, yes. It's all been done. I think it was from it was from their album The Stunts,
Yes.
either in 1996 or 1998. And I remember when it hit in India, where I'm from,
Yes.
it was huge. And I'm so excited that they're here today.
Oh, fantastic.
So very excited.
And yes, Ed and Tyler from the Barenaked Ladies are going to join me in the next segment. So you want to stick around. I'm going to try this. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm joined by Ed and Tyler of the Barenaked Ladies. Woo!
Just rocking the Vaptors here.
Yes. Have you ever done this before?
No, it's one of the last things on earth I haven't done.
I can't believe these aren't available for home use.
They do work well. They said it would be easy to push. You guys had no problem. I struggled.
You know, We're men with a tremendous level of strength.
Yes,
Gee.
I know. I saw the promotional video of you guys doing tennis. Do you play tennis?
Oh, well, you can see from the video that we are excellent fake tennis players.
I think we found the rackets in the basement of a crumbling tennis club somewhere in like northern Ontario.
You look like pros. All right, so we're here at SoBe Stadium. You are headlining this concert series this summer on June 27th. This is incredible. It's an incredible lineup.
Yeah, it's the inaugural rock show here at the SoBe Stadium. We've got Sam Roberts' band, who we love, and our good pal KT Tunstall is coming all the way from Scotland.
We had to throw in tennis because KT stands for King of Tennis.
Yeah.
So my money's on KT in terms of a tennis match.
She would destroy us. KT is a very fit woman. She is. She's an athlete.
And you guys are going to do your smash hits for this series?
Exactly. Get it?
Get it?
Get it?
Forehand smash hits.
The big racket. Yes, we'll be playing a selection of hits across 3.5 decades of rock and roll.
Wow, 3.5 decades. And we were talking about all the cool places that you have performed. A lot of people don't know you performed at the very first Raptors, not Vaptor, game.
First ever Raptors home game. Barenaked Ladies sung the anthem. We've done it all. NHL, All-Stars, NBA All-Stars, NFL, Super Bowl. You know, performance for the Queen on Parliament Hill. Great Cup.
We've never played SoBe Stadium.
It's
we
true.
haven't played here. So you have to actually, that's a requirement. Be in the business for 3.5 decades and then you get to play. How do you get to Carnegie Hall practice? How do you get to SoBe Stadium? 35 years.
35 years of incredible music. Ed, you actually came to York University.
I did. Yeah. This stadium wasn't here back when I dropped out of York University.
And I did say, did you really drop out?
Oh, yeah. Well, we got offered a record deal, and I was taking English, film, the 20th century art, and folklore. Bye, York.
I'm surprised they didn't give you an honorary degree or anything.
Well, they might. I haven't asked.
The campaign starts now.
Yeah, let's make it happen, York. Claim me as an alumni. I went for months.
But I think you made the right choice, right?
I think so. History would say I made the right choice.
Maybe they'll name a stadium after you when you're gone.
Yeah, Ed SoBe. I'll just name myself after the stadium. Ed SoBe's Barenaked Ladies.
What I love about this concert series, it's intimate, right? Like there's not a bad seat in the house here, and the stage is going to be literally right here.
I've actually been here for a few tennis events.
Yes.
My wife's a huge fan. I'm a fan too. It's the only super popular international sport where you can win more points and lose the match. I find that really interesting about tennis.
Looked at it that way.
Yeah, just because of the way the game sets and matches go. It's a very bizarre fact, but it's true.
I find that the stadiums are usually acoustically designed so you can hear the most grunts possible. So when we play the show, we're gonna, it's gonna be.
Wait till we do one of our biggest hits. That one goes over huge here.
Well, it's going to be incredible. I mean, like I said, there's nothing like an outdoor summer concert. So rain or shine, this is taking place.
Absolutely.
And you guys will know.
It will be shine.
It will be shine.
Yeah, Mother Nature is a huge fan of Barenaked Ladies. And so she'll be at the show making sure it's
You've never
shine.
had an issue with
Mother Nature at all?
Never.
Not even at the Grey Cup or anything like that?
Quiet, please. We tried to make it a no-fly zone during the interview, but
Not working.
So you're sticking around for the next segment. We're going to try a little bit of tennis.
all right.
Right? Like I said, your promotional video, you guys look like tennis stars.
Yeah.
Tennis stars.
It's amazing what an outfit will do for you. Wear all white and you're a tennis pro.
I was kind of a table tennis star in high school.
Okay.
I came second to Danny Banks. He had no smash, no spin, no serve, but he returned everything. All defense, he wore me down.
See, I've always said in any sport, defense is key.
Defense wins championships, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs, are you listening? Are you listening to us?
So what's really cool,
Thank you for the generosity. We are giving away 5 pairs of tickets to your concert on June 27th to our viewers at home. So all you have to do is go to email contest@cp24.com. Send us your name and address and your code word this half hour is Pinch Me.
Oh, I get
And
it.
pinch me because I'm hanging out with Ed and Tyler from the Barenaked Ladies. Stay tuned in our next segment. We're gonna play a little bit of tennis. In the meantime, we'll send it back to you in studio. Thank you. Should we finish off these chords?
I could walk, but I'll just try. It's colder than it looks outside. It's like the tree shut of pepper, but it's gotten in you. Trying to speak, but it only comes out as a yawn when you're trying to see the one beyond your front door.
Good morning. We are live here at SoBe Stadium. I am with Ed and Tyler of the Barenaked Ladies and Chef Ash with marigolds and onions, and we are feasting, gentlemen.
This food looks fantastic. I've actually eaten Chef Ash's food at several tennis events here. He does an amazing job.
Have you had it for breakfast?
I've not had it. I rarely have shrimp and lobster for breakfast, but I'll make the exception today.
The only way I do morning TV is if there's breakfast.
Good to know. What, a rock star doesn't have lobster for breakfast?
No, I've been known to dip into the olives considerably before noon, but that's for my martini.
Yes. But I love the fact that when you come here for a concert, you can have all this fancy food as opposed to your typical like fries and chicken wings.
Yeah, Chef Ash was saying a spread like this for a private box would only be about $17.
Wow.
It's a bargain.
Amazing.
Down, ladies and gentlemen, come on down.
So again, for people tuning in, you guys are the headliners for this brand new concert series at Live at the Bowl. All your smash hits on June 27th. What can people expect?
Well, they're going to get 35 years of hit music from Barenaked Ladies, the incredible Sam Roberts Band, one of the best live bands to ever come out of Canada, and the incredible KT Tunstall from Scotland. And yeah, look, you can get this food spread too. It's going to be a heck of a show, the big racket. We'll be making a racket.
Hopefully lots of sunshine
Yes.
and fun for the whole family, really, you know?
That's true.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
it's an intimate setting, right? Because it's a smaller stadium.
It's a
and
bowl, if you will. It's a bowl, yes.
sometimes I feel like I live my life in a fishbowl, so I get it.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend. The city I live in is the city of tennis.
You know what? Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. I have to close my eyes and hide.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. And then of course, Chef Ash here with this incredible spread. I noticed that Ed gravitated to the...
Gravitated towards the Cornish game hen,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I think, as I said, it's a fantastic offering. And even just knowing that you can get these kinds of premium meats at a concert, it's so amazing. And what better way to do it when we kick off with the Barenaked Ladies?
Could you just say that again, Chef Ash? Premium meats.
Meats, yes,
Love it.
indeed.
I love it. I love it. That's
Well, Barenaked Ladies shows have, you know, we're known for our improv, we're known for really engaging the audience, but primarily we're known for our premium meats.
I don't think people knew that.
You don't get into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame without beautifully garnished premium meats.
I know you went to York University. Did they have this kind of spread in the cafeteria?
We've talked more about my York University career, which lasted about 4 months. Yeah, as soon as I got offered a record deal, I did not want to finish Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
I guarantee you there's no persimmon in the York University cafeteria.
Yeah.
So again, you are in for a treat when you come to a Barenaked Ladies concert, especially because, as you mentioned, the improv, you know, just jamming out with your friends on stage. See?
I'm just trying to work out right now, how much salami do I have to eat before I can move to the dessert tray?
This is all for you.
That's one of those philosophy questions they asked you at New York University, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are giving away 5 pairs of tickets to this incredible concert on June 27th, live at the Bowl at SoBe Stadium. All you have to do is email us your name, phone number to contest@cp24.com to see the Barenaked Ladies. Come on.
Come on and see this handsome chef.
It's all been done.
So your code word this half hour is my favorite song, 1 week. Email us at contest@cp24.com.
Amazing. You know, that song was #1 in the United States, #1 in the United Kingdom, #1 in Japan and Germany. Number 3 in Canada.
Go for the bronze.
Thanks, Canada.
Number 1 in my heart. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks,
Thank you,
G.
Chef Ash.
Chef Ash, good to meet you.
Lovely meeting you as well. Amazing.
Send it back to you in studio.
Good morning. Spring is here, and many families will be looking at their house to declutter. You know, maybe move from season to season, get rid of all the winter equipment, put that aside, and then get ready for spring and summer. If you don't have the storage space, then you may want to come to a place like this, Access Storage. Joining me now is Celeste with Access Storage. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, G.
So you're talking my language. I love a very decluttered home, and I like to clear things out, but I live in a small home. So having Access Storage like this makes a big difference.
We have great and simple solutions to help you find valuable space in your home. So let me show you how.
Okay, so we're gonna unload the stuff here with the van, which you can actually book and
Free
rent,
van,
right?
Yes. Free move-in van. So here we go.
free
Let's
move-in
clean your
van.
garage out and make space for you.
Okay.
So spring is a perfect time to declutter and
Yeah.
do that spring cleaning.
Okay.
So let's throw the hockey bag on there. We'll get the other box and let's sort this out.
You get the free move-in van. You pull up, you have all your stuff, and then you
Perfect.
unload it, right?
Perfect. Let me close up the
Okay.
van. Really simple. And that's the thing. There's so much that comes at us in life. We want to make solutions simple,
Right.
easy to use, and a great way to add valuable space in your home.
So what I love is you pull up here, you have access to the different storage spaces here, and it makes it easy.
It's really
To
easy.
unload and load, right?
Really easy. As I said, there's so many things that come at us in life, and busy. We're all busy, our own way of busy. So I like to say that every locker tells a story. So the story this locker is telling is that you are an active family. You've got some sports equipment to store. Inside the box is likely some off-season treasures that maybe you don't need in your home in the summer months. So we're going to load them up in storage and free up some great space for living. So let's load this in, G. Really simple. Simple if it wasn't full of hockey equipment. So here we go.
So I can tell you right now, this storage space looks like my garage, right? So believe it or not, we can't get one of our cars on one side of the garage because it's cluttered with all the sports equipment. So that's why
we need
something
to change
like
that. We need to change that for you. So let me help. So what I would do also is get the same size of boxes or the supplies that you're using to stack. When you stack things neatly and one on top of the other that's the same size packing, you're going to fit more in.
Okay.
We need your car in the garage.
Yes.
So in the summer, your storage locker would look like this. In the winter months, I believe it would look similar to this, the kayak, the bikes. No, I didn't ride the bike in from Burlington.
Right.
But you know, in the winter, you don't need that in your garage. You need your car in there covered and free of the snow or the debris from the winter months. So the locker is going to look a little different depending on the season. So the other thing, again, if every locker is telling a story, I have a lot of kids. And when my kids come home from school, I'm delighted that they're home, not as delighted with their stuff.
Yes.
So we would store university items in a locker, and then the end of August, when they're ready to go back to school, leave home, and I get all that space back, their things come right from storage into the university residence.
I'm not at that stage yet, but a lot of people don't realize you do have kids coming back home, and where are you going to put all their stuff? And I love the fact that it's clean, it's easy to access and put all of your items here and go from season to season.
It's secure, simple, and really easy to access. You see how clean it is? Well-lit hallways, security codes, gate code access. So really simple, safe, secure solution to add more space to your home. So you don't need to leave that neighborhood you love. When you need more space, come to Access Storage.
Yeah, I love it. All right, I'm going to bring in Judy as well from Access Storage because we're going to talk about something called right sizing. This is a really interesting term. Tell me a little bit more of what is right sizing?
Yeah, so right sizing is a term we're hearing a lot more now that real estate is a little bit more expensive with the high cost of living. So couples are choosing to right size into condo living to suit their lifestyle needs. Families are choosing to right size into smaller homes after their children have left.
Yes.
So storage is an affordable option that adds an extension and more space to your home.
For sure. And then even things like, let's say you're renovating your current space and you just need to clear out the home for a while. This is a great way to store all of that as well.
It's great for packing, for storing, for decluttering, and for staging.
Okay, and let's talk about packing because that's really important, right?
Yeah, so we have a wide variety of packing supplies that we can help with. Plastic wrap helps safeguard your items during the move and protects for storage and moving.
Yeah, of
We
course.
also have the bubble wrap. So Celeste was mentioning about the students coming back home. Take your items, bubble wrap the fragile items, add an extra layer of packing paper to safeguard during the move.
For sure.
And my family's personal favorite,
Yes.
Kate, is the wardrobe boxes. We all have one. Every family member has one for their off-season items. It's added at least a whole walk-in storage unit for us at home.
This is huge, especially my family. We're a ski family, so the amount of ski coats and outfits, right? And it takes up so much space in your home. So if I store it in something like that, it makes it super easy.
Yeah, it declutters your closet and adds more space into your living, and who doesn't want to have more space?
Okay, and you have a call to action, right?
That's right. So Access Storage, we have a wide variety of storage units from small to large. We can house anything from a car to RVs and boats.
Wow.
So this is a 10 by 10, and as you can see, it has multiple uses for your family, but we also have smaller units for couples or students who are just looking for a little bit of extra space.
Right.
We offer 4 weeks free, so try us for 4 weeks. Start your story with Access Storage and visit us at accessstorage.ca.
Okay, 4 weeks free. There
4 weeks
you go.
free. How could you go
Celeste,
bad,
I know,
right?
Celeste, Judy, thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you,
going to take a
Judy.
break here on CP24 Breakfast. More to come. Great ideas. And you know what I was thinking was the side hustle. You know how like a lot of people do side hustles, right? So they have...
How about this? With warmer weather, of course, which Bill was just alluding to, comes rain and storms. That can be a really precarious time for homeowners, can lead to some drama, especially homes that are prone to flooding. So this morning, G and Lee is learning more about flooding. And most importantly, G, you don't want to learn about flooding. You want to learn how to prevent the flood in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the time to be discussing this. You know, it's as a homeowner, it's really important to have all these measures put into place to prevent any sort of flooding in your home. 'Tis the season. So joining me now is Bill Shea, who is with the City of Toronto, your Director of Operations.
That's right.
Yeah. And let's talk about flooding season. Now's the time, and there are some areas in the City of Toronto where we are, you know, they're susceptible to flooding.
That's right. So we're finally into the spring. We're out of sort of frozen pipe season, and you know we like that campaign. But now we're into sort of flooding season, springtime, heavier rain, and we've seen over the years, as you know, there's been a lot more intense rain, climate change initiative, things like that, where there's a lot heavier rain. So with that heavy rain comes flooding and sometimes basement flooding.
Yeah.
And this can happen anywhere in the city. Anybody's basement can get flooded. There are areas that are more susceptible, lower areas like down by the beaches, as you know, by our lakes and streams and creeks. But this can happen anywhere, and we like to give people tips on how to prevent it themselves. We do about $1 billion a year, or $1 billion over 10 years rather, in trying to prevent basement flooding, putting it into our infrastructure, but that can't prevent everything, and the homeowner has to try to do some things themselves to prevent that.
Okay, so let's
talk about
if you don't mind giving us some tips, we've got a house right here. What are some of the things homeowners can do?
Okay, so there's a lot of things homeowners can do, and we're going to start by having a look at your foundation and your windows and doors. So water can get into your home in a number of different ways. It can come in through the rain, just in through your foundation, in through a window or something like that, and it can come up through the pipes in your basement, through the drain. And we're going to look at this first. So when it's raining, you want to make sure that you've sealed all the cracks around your foundation. There's one there. If we pull this away, this is one that we sealed before. And that's so you get a caulking gun. And this caulking gun you can buy at any hardware store, any home improvement center, or you can get a professional to do it. But really, you're just filling in these cracks to keep water out. Now, this window's in good shape, but often you'll have cracks around windows. When it rains, the rain can come up and get into your house that way. It can get in through these cracks. It can go down to the foundation and get in through the bottom as well. So you want to keep water away from the house. You know, so always have your whether it's paved or whether it's grass, you want it to be tilted away from the house. So you want to wash that water away. You don't want to have to deal with the water once it gets down in. People can spend thousands of dollars doing their foundation, having it redone and purged and special treatments to the foundation. Costs thousands of dollars, and really it can be prevented just by dealing with it at the surface. You don't have to spend that money.
Yeah.
So that's one of the great ways to do it. And so we use, like I said, we can use a caulking gun.
Yeah.
Here you can see this is, we'll maybe do a little bit of hose here. We'll get the cameraman too, because he's been bugging me lately, so we'll get him. So you can see here, I'm just showing you can see that it's clearly flowing away from the house. This is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Now, if this was grass, then it would be sinking into the grass and flowing away at the same time.
Okay. And there are rebates available.
There are rebates available to help you with basement flooding. $3,400 that the city offers for a backflow preventer or a sump pump putting into your house.
Okay, so for more information on the rebates as well as tips on preventing a flood in your home, go to toronto.ca/
basement flooding.
Basement flooding. So lots of information there. Good morning. So we are transitioning out of frozen pipe season and into basement flooding prevention season. Joining me now is the Director of Operations for Toronto Water, Bill Shea. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we talked about filling in the cracks on the foundation, caulking the windows and all that kind of stuff. Now we're going to talk about eaves troughs and downspout.
That's right.
When I look at something like this, I go, isn't this a little too close to the house? But this is actually okay, right?
This is okay because there's a paved surface that it's discharging onto and then grass. So this will naturally flow on the surface and then onto the grass and go into the grass, which is exactly what we want.
But then you have a situation like here.
Yeah. So again, people, the further away from your house, the better. And this is somebody who's taken that extra precaution, which is fantastic. This is going to naturally penetrate the grass, which is fantastic too. We don't want this going into the sewers.
Got it.
And backing us up.
Okay. I know that it's really important to clear the leaves out of your eaves troughs and all of that stuff.
So, two things about the downspouts and the eaves troughs. This is your eaves trough. This collects the rain off of your roof and it goes down your downspout and out. Formerly, into many homes would go into the foundation drain and then out into our sewer system. So the City of Toronto has asked now for years, in fact it's mandatory, to disconnect your downspouts from your basement, from your weeping tiles.
Yes.
And have it discharge out onto the surface. So, and if you want more information about that, you can go to toronto.ca/downspout disconnect. But here's an example of where it's been disconnected. And we'll just have a quick look up here at the eaves trough.
Okay.
So the idea here is, and do this if you feel comfortable, but if you don't feel comfortable, get a professional to do it. There's all kinds of companies that'll do the cleaning of your eaves troughs for you. Really just picking out debris in the eaves trough and putting it into a bag, throwing it out or cleaning it up later, and then just with a hose, I have a hose up here, and we naturally just spray this out. Again,
and is that just to keep it clean?
Yeah, we're cleaning it, and we're also making sure that it's draining in the right direction.
Right.
The eaves trough also tend to sag over time, where there's low spots. And you can then fix that. Usually you want to get a professional to do that. They'll reset it so it's draining in the right direction. So this, hopefully, we'll see it come out there. As long as our homeowner's done his job. We're wetting his wood, but, what are you going to do?
And this will also give you an indication if there are cracks in your eaves troughs as well, right?
So the idea here is, too, that obviously the sound there is not great. The idea here is that you don't want debris in there that's going to cause the water to come over your eaves trough. Like, why do that? Because it'll land beside your house, go down into the foundation, and get into your house. So you want to keep the water away from your house, right? And so keeping your eaves troughs clean at all times, it's not just for show, it's actually to keep the water away from your house. And in this case, as you can see, the water's draining away, and it's ultimately going to be draining into the grass.
And I guess, really, this is the time of the year to be doing this part of your spring cleaning routine.
Yeah, it's part of the spring cleaning routine. This is the time you want to get out and do this. The leaves have fallen, or all the debris that's fallen before. You're now doing this, getting those fall leaves out. All of that debris that happened before, the little flugies that fall out of trees, all the little twirly guys. And in the springtime now, there's nothing else falling, so this is a perfect time to do it.
Okay, sounds good. And if you want more information, tips, and information on rebates, all you have to do is go to toronto.ca/basement flooding. Thank you so much, Bill.
With the warmer weather comes rainstorms, and it can be a precarious time for homeowners, especially those with homes that are prone to flooding.
Yeah, it's a real concern. So this morning, Gia Lee is learning more about flooding and, most importantly, flood prevention. Looks like you're in a basement right now, Gia, and that is one of those areas of the home where the floods typically happen.
Yeah, and this is a home under construction right now, but you can see here we are in the basement, and we're going to talk about something It's called Backflow Preventers. That's right. We're going to talk about the dirty stuff, the sewage, yucky stuff that you don't want happening and coming into your home. Joining me now is Bill, again with the City of Toronto, Director of Operations. So we're going to talk about the gross stuff, sewage.
We're going to talk about the yucky stuff. So you want to prevent the yucky stuff from coming into your house. You know, you don't want to be going into the water like we saw Courtney do in your basement, right?
Yeah.
So the idea here is especially with combined sewers in our city that have both storm water and sewage going into them, during a big storm, that sewer can back up and then it can potentially get into your home through your basement drain. Okay. Now, the way we avoid that, and the city has a subsidy for that we've talked about earlier, the city will help you pay for this device, which is a backflow preventer.
Okay, so explain to me how this works.
So there's actually one installed down here, so this is very, very basic device. The idea here is that normally your sewage flows out of your house in this direction through this device, okay? And that's the norm. Now, if the sewer, for whatever reason, starts to back up coming in this direction, there's little floats on this little door, and it closes. So that keeps all of that sewage coming from going back into your house and flooding your house. Now, we recommend these for every house, and especially since the city has a subsidy for it. Really, really, really important device to have, and I think, again, every house should have this. The one issue now, not an issue, not a problem, but when this is closed, nothing can escape your house either. So the idea here is you don't want to be using your water when there's a heavy storm and this is closed. Okay. So you don't want to be flushing your toilet, you don't want to be taking a shower during this, and that usually happens for the time that there's a storm and there's a backup, which may only be a half an hour, let's say. Okay. But you want to be careful not to flood yourself, because once you're blocked from the sewage leaving your home, anything inside the home that's going in there is going to flood your home as well.
So where does this get installed in the house? We have
so this
one
gets installed right where your sewage pipe exits your home, which is usually the front of your home, in most cases, and very close to the foundation wall. Here it's just about the middle of the home, but this would be installed by a licensed plumber or a licensed contractor, and they'll know where it is. Okay. And this little device here is just a little clean out so that you can, if the plumber has to come into your house, if there is a blockage in your pipe, they can go in there and put their little snake in there and clean out your pipe. Okay. Now, as I said earlier about when your own water is flooding you, one of the reasons we ask for you to disconnect your downspouts, because downspouts used to be, and in many places in the city still are, connected to your weeping tiles, which are often then connected to your sewage pipe. Now, you can imagine all that rainwater coming in to those, and this is now closed, so guess where all that's going to go? It's going to go into your house. Now, so we ask people to disconnect their downspouts, and to take care of that water, you can purchase a sump pump. So instead of it going to the sewer, now it's going into a little bucket, which has a pump in it, and that pumps it out onto your grass. And that is also included in the subsidy. So it's a total of $3,400 that you can get for either one of these or both.
Okay, all really good tips, great information that I think a lot of people don't know. And the whole idea is to protect the house, right?
Protect your house.
Yeah, look at this basement. It's coming together. It's beautiful. So again, for more information, toronto.ca/basement flooding. And too bad the sauna wasn't working right now.
I want to have a sauna right now.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll send it back to you in studio.
Well, with warmer weather, as we know, that also means rainstorms are coming our way. That can really make a precarious time for homeowners, especially with homes that are prone to flooding. So this morning, Gian Lee is out learning more about some flood safety and prevention tips, because, the last thing you want is to lose some precious memories or even precious people in floods.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about protecting your home. That's what this morning is all about in terms of basement flooding prevention. Look, this is Sophia. She lives here. She just got up. I had to put her on TV because she's so cute. We are here in the basement. And once again, we were giving tips all morning in terms of how to prevent a flood in your basement. But what if, unfortunately, your basement starts to flood? What do? Bill from the City of Toronto joins me now, Director of Operations of Toronto Water. So we're in a basement, a lot of money being pumped into this area for renovations. You want to protect it.
You do. You want to protect it. So in the fateful event that you actually do get a basement flood, we want to talk about some tips around that. So first and foremost, if your basement does get flooded, call 311. Report this, and somebody will come out and have a look, and they'll figure out why. It's also good to report it to the city, so that when you claim it for your insurance later, or you put a claim in with the city, that's all important that you log that. The other thing is safety. If your basement's flooded, there is a chance that water could get up to the electrical outlets, and it's dangerous. You do not want to go downstairs if the water's high enough to go into the electrical outlets. You could get electrocuted.
So
you call hydro.
Yeah, don't
right?
even step into
Don't
the
even
basement.
step down into that.
Okay.
So,
and then we've got containers here.
Forget about the scary stuff.
Yeah.
So now, non-scary stuff. So generally speaking, there's a little mix here, but you want to keep your stuff off of the floor in your basement. And you want to use not cardboard boxes, you want to use bins like we have here.
Yeah.
So these plastic bins will obviously protect your valuables, but they'll also float if you have a flood.
Right.
So as much as possible, keep stuff off the floor. I know that's not always completely practical in every case.
Yes.
And things that are like paper and cardboard boxes, bad idea in the basement on the floor. In any case, even if you don't get a flood, basements are damp. You can damage your documents, things that are valuable. Don't leave them in your basement on the floor. Keep them up off the floor.
Okay.
Now, if again you do have a flood and you've called in, the first thing you want to do is call your insurance company, because it can be quite expensive to repair after a basement flood. It can be upwards of $70,000, $80,000 to get all that stuff fixed and disinfected. If your insurance company has not come through fully, you can also put a claim in with the city. And you would go through that claim process. We have forms that you can fill out. You put that claim with the city. They'll assess the damage and whether or not the city was at fault. And you potentially can get a claim from that.
But the whole point of this is to prevent
it in the
flood
first place.
in the first place, because the last thing you want to do is go through all that hassle and that paperwork.
Yeah.
So lots of great tips that we were giving out this morning, and there are rebates available that people don't realize.
There are rebates available. $3,400 is available for the things we talked about earlier, like this little guy here, this backflow preventer, or a sump pump. All of these things to help keep water out of your basement.
Oh, lots of great tips this morning, Bill. Thank you so much. And again, if you want information, tips, info on that rebate, toronto.ca/basement flooding. Thank you so much. And
my pleasure.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you, sweetheart.